Sure enough, as I predicted just yesterday, competing studios wasted no time jumping on the release date that Wonder Woman abandoned a mere 24 hours ago. Because it's still an amazing release date. The movie that opens here, well now it's two movies, but these movies have the entire month of November, basically until Frozen 2 hits for Thanksgiving. And it's difficult to find weeks, a stretch of weeks where you're not going to have a competing movie come in and try and cut your audience off. And I still maintain that while Wonder Woman does seem like a summer property, they just should have kept this release date because it was so good, rather than push the movie back so far. And because it's such a good release date, that only added to the negative feeling about abandoning it, right? Like, this is prime real estate. Why would you abandon it to push your movie now that it's like way more than a year away? But anyway, I'm surprised at the movies that did take the spot. It's Sony's Charlie's Angels and Paramount's Terminator 6, who not only both grabbed the date, but are now in a strong position to seriously ride Wonder Woman's coattails as a result. And wait till you see how they're going to be able to shape the narrative now. And it actually really is a reversal of fortune for two films that I think most people had already written off. Oh, it's brilliant. And make no mistake, taking the Wonder Woman release date is something that both movies and the press will certainly play up. Again, as the association really is a reversal of fortune for the films. And I want you to remember, some of you might be like, oh, Grace, it would be uncool for the studio and or the talent to directly reference Wonder Woman. Well, they don't have to. Movie PR is very carefully orchestrated. So the PR departments for the studios and the PR reps for the talent can encourage the comparison, right? And since comic book movies get so many clicks anyway, the media will be inclined to make Wonder Woman a part of the conversation even on their own. You see it happen all the time at junket interviews for small movies, right? It's like, oh, I'd like to talk to you about this smaller scale movie that doesn't have quite the same reach, but let me ask you some questions about your, this other project that you're involved in that's much bigger, or just a film that I'd like you to comment on. You see it all the time. And Wonder Woman, of course, is a much bigger headline than Charlie's Angels or Terminator 6, right? It's like on their own, but taking Wonder Woman's date, and how they compare, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, there's a story. That's actually a very good story. Okay, so Charlie's Angels. As I tweeted earlier today, putting another female actioner on this date with another female director will, not only I think will make Wonder Woman look bad if this movie succeeds, right? It'll even further strengthen that Wonder Woman should have stuck to her guns and, held her ground. But it will allow Sony to elicit strong Wonder Woman comparisons, perhaps even setting up Charlie's Angels as a new generation of modern Amazons, right? And Elizabeth Banks, who's looking to solidify her position as a female director outside of her more niche Pitch Perfect movies, doesn't have the audience of something like Wonder Woman, right? Will benefit from being compared to Patty Jenkins. I'm sure they'll all be very gracious, and they'll allow other entities to make the comparisons and shape wait till we get to James Cameron, but shape the conversation the way that would benefit these two movies. Furthermore, in a PR move that Wonder Woman could have used, Charlie's Angels can even pull Frozen 2 into the conversation in a friendly way, making it a banner month for kick-ass women. Oh, we're so honored to share this month with Elsa and Anna, right? Right? You can see the story. And even make it a whole year of kick-ass women with Captain Marvel. Whether she likes it or not, Wonder Woman is going to be a part of this conversation because she, of course, got this party started. So for her to abandon it when she was supposed to attend is not an ideal look. Then there's Terminator 6, which of course features the return of one of the first and most iconic female action heroes, Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. You can also tie in here the success of Jamie Lee Curtis's recent return in Halloween, which the trades are already doing, right? Jamie Lee Curtis's role, which itself has shades of Sarah Connor. And suddenly, Jamie Lee Curtis, the return of Sarah Connor, Wonder Woman, right? Again, this is a really interesting conversation. The new Terminator also features some other kick-ass women with Mackenzie Davis as the soldier assassin and Natalia Reyes, along with a strong Latino play thanks to its cast and Mexican setting. Deadpool's Tim Miller directs, so at the very least it'll have some amazing action sequences. But of course, James Cameron is also returning. And as I'm sure you recall, he was very very vocally critical of Wonder Woman, even getting into a little bit of a fight with Patty Jenkins. I see no reason that he'll back down. It's James Cameron after all, especially if he now has an opening where he can boast that he's stepping up where the Wonder Woman team stepped down. It's just an easy shot, right? And I can understand that many of you right now are typing, just leave Wonder Woman alone, Grace. Look, with movies these days, especially comic book movies, especially DC movies, right? They don't have the luxury of existing in a vacuum. There's too much to gain for studios, talent, and the press to not include Wonder Woman in the conversation. All Wonder Woman and Warner Brothers can do is work to shape that conversation, and Warner Brothers is doing a very poor job with that, and has significantly weakened Wonder Woman with this release date change. Obviously, the movie needs it, and so I hope that ultimately everything works out. But it's going to put Wonder Woman through, talk about going through no man's land. It's going to put her under a heavy fire, which I don't think. I don't believe was necessary. It must really be necessary to make her have to go through this. So share your thoughts down below. I know a lot of you are very passionate about this. I really want to see Wonder Woman succeed, so it's frustrating to me to put, I think, unnecessary and extra obstacles in her way. So again, share your thoughts down below. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.